What's going on, everybody? And I hope you had an absolutely fantastic Friday. And if you're still awake, you're enjoying your Saturday morning so far. This is NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I'm bringing you a very, very late night Brooklyn Nets BKN Game Recap for the Brooklyn Nets against the AtlantaHawks. As the Nets ended up having a very, very, very strong and convincing homestand overall, finishing it off at 6-1, with the homestand ending with the win over the AtlantaHawks 120 to 116. This 120 to 116. The Nets, this was a tough game. The AtlantaHawks were not going to be an easy team to beat. And the Nets were actually missing a couple of key contributors in this game, as Nicolas Claxton is out with this game with a hamstring injury, so the Nets were already without their young, talented center. And, of course, Yuta Watanabe did not play in this game, too. He's been dealing with the hamstring injury for the past 4 games. The Nets actually went with a lot smaller lineup. At one point, Durant was actually playing the center position. We had Ben Simmons, who returned for an upper left calf injury. He came back in this game. It was Irving, Simmons, Harris, Durant, O'Neal that started this game. And the Nets ended up having balanced scoring in this game. Key contributions all around this team. All around them. Not just scoring, but all around, this team did exactly what they needed to do to win. Every single one of the guys that pretty much played. The 8 guys, I'm not going to count Day'Ron Sharpe because he really didn't play a lot. But the 8 guys that were out there on the court for the Nets did their job. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant led the way again. Both of them scored a combined 67 points of the Nets' 120. Kevin Durant had 34 points in this game, with 2 block shots, 1 steal, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. 14 for 25 from the field in 36 minutes, including 4 for 4 from the foul line. Kevin Durant was all over the place, including making some key plays at the end of this game, hitting a clutch 3-point shot with about 2 minutes to go in the game. Kyrie Irving also had a big game, 11 of 21 from the field, 33 points, 11 rebounds for Kyrie Irving. He only had 3 assists. He did turn the ball over 6 times, which is something you don't want. He was 11 for 21 in 39 minutes, 6 for 6 from the foul line. He's got to limit the turnovers, but the points and the rebounds will take. He had a double-double on the game. Ben Simmons making his return. 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting in 21 minutes. 6 rebounds, 7 assists. He had 4 steals in the game. He did have 4 turnovers. But Ben Simmons got the job done in other situations for the Nets. Would I like to be a little bit more aggressive? Yes. Royce O'Neal, 6 points in the game on 2 of 5 shooting, 37 minutes. 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block shot. Defense. Not enough defense, but defense out there making the key plays. Joe Harris, 30 minutes, 4-7 from the field. 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block shot, 10 points. 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. Decent, effective game for Joe Harris. And how about my guy TJ Warren? TJ freaking Warren. In 21 minutes, 14 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers, 1 personal foul, 6 for 8 from the field, 1 for 2 from the 3-point line, 1 for 2 from the foul line in 21 minutes. I knew this guy could be a difference maker in this team. And that's what he did. He scored 14 points off the bench. Edmund Sumner played pretty well too. 15 minutes, 2 for 4 from the field, 3 assists, 1 rebound. He did have 4 personal fouls and 2 turnovers. 6 points on 2 of 4 from the field. Sumner played pretty decent too. Good minutes off the bench. And Seth Curry, back-to-back good games. 33 minutes, 3 for 8 from the field, 2 for 5 from the three-point line, 3 for 3 from the foul line, 11 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound. Not great, but still serviceable. And the Nets were an impressive 6-1 from this homestand. 6-1. They are now 15-12 on the season. 15-12 thanks to this strong effort at home. And you could argue that one game that they lost, they should have won. Good job by the Nets. We talked about bouncing back. We talked about this team needed to bounce back after the tough losses they had early in the season. And what did they do? They strung together a 4-game winning streak starting against the Trailblazers, dropped that tough game on this past Sunday against the Celtics, and what did they end up doing? They bounced back and have won 2 in a row. Now they head to Indiana on Saturday to take on the Pacers tomorrow night. Nets handled their business against a good AtlantaHawks team. 13-13 doesn't look that great, but either way, Hawks are a solid team. I mean, Trae Young, shooting as great as always, 33 points on the game. He had 9 assists and 3 steals. Nets got the job done. That's all I care about. It wasn't pretty. In fact, the Hawks shot 50% from the field, 35% from the three-point line. Nets outshot them from the field. 54% from the field were the Nets. 45 of 83. 13 for 30 from the three-point line. 81% from the free throw line. They had 38 rebounds overall. They actually had the same amount of rebounds as the Atlanta Hawks. 30 assists, though. Once again, teammates helping out. 30 assists between these guys. And 18 personal fouls is a lot better than what they have been doing. 21 turnovers, though. That's got to stop. They have to stop turning the basketball over so much. Limit the turnovers on the basketball court. That's the one thing I ask. But either way, this team even got lucky at the end where Bogdan Bogdanovic had a 3-point shot to win the game. And he missed it with about 4 seconds to go. And the tip was just missed off the backboard to secure the win. I'm happy about this. A 6-1 homestand for the Brooklyn Nets. And now they have a trip tomorrow night in a back-to-back against the Indiana Pacers, which will not be easy. But this is a team the Nets can beat. And what's really starting to show up now for this team? The depth. One of the things I talked about before the season started was the depth on this roster. And you know what happened? The depth showed itself in this game. The depth showed out on this team. And this is even without Nicolas Claxton and Yuta Watanabe. This team is deep. It's the one thing that got me excited about the Nets. They're a deep team with 3 bona fide superstars in Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. That's the one thing that gave me the most hope going into this season was the depth on this roster. I mean, if you think about it, TJ Warren just came back and he's had a couple of strong games. Edmund Sumner coming off the bench. Seth Curry coming off the bench. Markieff Morris when he plays coming off the bench. Cam Thomas. When you get Yuta Watanabe back. You can throw Simmons or whoever on the bench. Claxton coming back. This lineup is really strong right now. Harris is playing better basketball. Curry's played back-to-back good games. Irving and Durant are both shooting the lights out right now. O'Neal is playing good defense. This is what I envisioned when I was watching this team and thinking about the Nets heading into the season, was the depth on this roster surrounding your 3 stars. And right now, for the first time this season, the depth is starting to show out. No, they're not winning pretty. No, they're not going out there and exposing some of these basketball teams and beating them by a whole lot. But you know what? I don't care. They're winning. And that's all that matters, is the W at the end of the game. Doesn't matter how you win. Doesn't matter what way you win. All that matters is winning. And that's exactly what the Nets are doing right now. They're winning these basketball games. Especially at home, when the Nets have been very suspect for a while in their own home court. And they went out there tonight and they handled their business against a good AtlantaHawks team. Yes, they didn't have John Collins. Yes, they didn't have Dejounte Murray. That's not our problem. You beat them. Go out there and handle your business and beat a team that's missing a couple of stars, but you go out there and handle your business. That's exactly what the Nets did. They handled their business in the end, and they got the victory. 6-1 on the homestand. I love it. And now you're heading over to Indiana. That team is tough. They're a tough team. Benedict Mathurin, one of the rookies of the year right now. Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner, Buddy Hield. That's a good team. Let's see if the Nets can handle this back-to-back on this game. But overall, it was an ugly win tonight. But I don't care if it was ugly or pretty, like I said. It's a win nonetheless. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving lead the way. Royce O'Neal, Ben Simmons, your defensive stoppers. Joe Harris, Seth Curry, your sharpshooters. TJ Warren, your do-it-all player. Edmund Sumner, your spark plug off the bench. That's how you get it done. And when you get Claxton back, he's your athletic big man. Good job by the Nets. Good win tonight. 15-12 on the season, heading to Indiana. And the ship looks like it's starting to get righted in Brooklyn. So that's my BKN game recap for the Brooklyn Nets as they win this game over the Atlanta Hawks by the final score of 120-116. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYG Jeffy T85 for more breaking news, updates, chatter, and game recaps surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. Turn on the bell for notifications on the next video or short that's going to be dropping on the channel surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. And let me know in the comment section what you think about this Brooklyn Nets win tonight, the homestand overall, and your state of the Nets heading into, well, now it's tonight, Saturday night's game tonight against the Indiana Pacers at Conseco Fieldhouse in Indiana, or Indianapolis. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your Friday night / Saturday morning. Take it easy, and as always, let's go Brooklyn Nets. It's a Nets world, and we all just live in it.